Hey guys, this is Wanda from Deep South Homestead. Today I want to show you a little bit about what's happened after our first freeze. We got down into the 20s last week and I've been going to do this walk around, but now it's very profound. You can see what happened after our first freeze. The plumera. It's a tropical plant, so it was fixing to bloom. We have it in the ground. It bit back. We'll see if it comes out. We just didn't have time to move everything. My shrimp plant got a little bit, but not much. And overall, the rosemary did great. Everything that we left in the herb garden seems to be doing okay. We cut back everything we could. Everything else is thriving. In the mini greenhouse, even though I put the mini greenhouse around the green stalk, you can see some of my lettuce is already bolting. It got pretty hot and then it turned cold. The pepper's hanging in there, but it doesn't have a new pepper on it. We're having to hand pollinate and no peppers right now. We've eaten a few. The Malabar spinach, the cold got it. So I'm going to take the seeds off. It didn't get it all the way to the bottom because I have new, but all the leaves that were on it froze. Even with the mini greenhouse. The basil, the leaves got bit back. It didn't kill it, but it's bit back. Overall, the tomato plant and most of the Malabar spinach got bit back pretty great. Green onions still hanging in there. The little experiment with the grow box stuff, they're still green. I don't know if they'll make it, but we're going to let it try and see what happens. So I still have green in here, but some of it did not make it in the 20-something degree weather. The orange tree, we picked all the oranges. We covered it with a blanket and a tarp, and so far it's still green, still looks good. I think we got it through that hard freeze. The Cherokee Tan just could not take that hard freeze, so every bit of it died. You can see there's nothing left but just little dark green splotches. The hydrangea, gone. The fig tree just all fell off, even though it was starting to bud out. The pear trees still have some green on them, but they won't make it. It had little pears on it, but that's gone. You can see the color changes here in the leaves. And yes, Mississippi gets a little color change. Might not be great to some of you, but it's great to us. Danny's green onions in my little round thing teepee here is making it. They're doing great, so we're watching those. So we will have some green onions if nothing happens. The cold did not get them. Grandpa's fig seems to be doing okay. The leaves fell off, but it didn't kill the tree. So we're okay with that. We used the row cover to cover the carrots, and look how green. We have lots and lots of carrots coming up in here. This is Miss Lippy's bed and Danny's. Looks great. Some of them are at 1.5 to 2 inches tall. So carrots are hanging in there in this bed with the row cover. We have another bed down further with row cover. They're up about 1.5 to 2 inches. And a third bed further down. All the broccoli and stuff. The bigger ones hung in there. Some of the little ones did not make it. But most of them did. And they're looking great. The cabbages, you can tell they did really great. 1 or 2 leaves on the broccoli got it. But look at these Carota carrots. Some of those are at least 2 to 3 inches tall all in there. And they're doing great. So we're really proud of these carrots. We're going to see how they do throughout the winter. We have the row cover for upcoming freezes that we will keep them covered. And more leaf turn. Isn't that great? Some of the trees are bare. Some just beautiful color. We have our little yellows, browns, and occasional reds here at Deep South. This huckleberry is one of the prettiest trees we have with the red color in it. It is just gorgeous. One of our huckleberries was even trying to bloom out, and it didn't kill it, but it's not going to bloom out. But isn't that beautiful? Okay guys, my poor lemongrass, it has went from dead to life and back to dead almost. It's still green, but it's got brown in it. This thing, I don't know, y'all. Lemongrass is very hardy, but up north it does die. It gets to the roots. Our ground was warm enough. It's still going. It's not as pretty as it was last week, but it's still got green in it. And these butter peas, that cold snap got them. We were just wondering would they make it, but yeah, it got them. We had a few beans left on the thing, and it just got them wet and soured, so they're not good for anything here. They were small, just starting to develop, and we were hoping they would make it through, but there was a few beans there. But overall, the whole patch is gone, so we will be cleaning this up and getting it ready for spring. The row cover did great. You can see in the middles it did get a little, and we have to pull a little grass, but the walkways has stayed wonderful. We've loved the row cover. It's time to clean this up and start with something else in the spring. The ginger did not really make it through the freeze. It's not dead, but yet it will die back. So it could be dug up, but we leave this and let it just overwinter and come back out next year. This is kind of, I think, an ornamental ginger. My white ginger has done, I think it's done gone because it was in this area. It's gone. The banana trees did not make it. So they will have to die back to the ground. We don't take the leaves off. We just let them fall back and protect the stems and let them overwinter. Alright, we're over at the cabin, and our kale is looking great. Our lettuce is looking great. The cabbage and broccoli is looking good. The newest lettuce has a tinge of yellow, but they're still growing. And they're looking okay. I think they'll come out. This cabbage is doing great. Look at these. This is our volunteer greens. Look at it. I think we can have a mess of greens now. It's frosted. It's froze on them, and they still look good. They should taste wonderful. This is where the sugar cane was. We have nothing planted there. You can see Danny's greens are coming up. They survived. So we're going to have greens all out in here on that back part. And this is the area where Danny planted all old seeds, and really very little of those came up. They got a heavy flood on them. It just didn't happen. Then it froze. Some of them were beans and peas and different things. So the grass is probably going to take over. We got a little bit of ryegrass and different grasses that he planted, so at least it'll be a cover crop. And this is a close-up of the greens. The cold bit back a few of the leaves, but hey, they're still going. So this whole field, this field should produce enough for everybody to eat. This row is our elephant garlic, and we have almost a perfect stand of elephant garlic, up about 3 inches tall. The next 3 rows is our shallots, and all of those are 5-6 inches tall. They're doing great. Chopped all the potatoes off, but they're already coming back out, so we have to watch for a freeze all up and down the row. They're starting to come back out, and so we'll just keep an eye on the potatoes and see if we need to chop them off again. And we're just experimenting to see if this is going to work and if we can grow Irish potatoes in the fall. These are Danny's green onions that he planted in a dirt bed, and we watered religiously for a while. They're hanging in there. Quite a few of them come out. We probably have about 15-20 plants that did come out, and you see they're about 6 inches tall. Looking great. These are the multiplying green onions. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the walk around after the freeze. This was our first hard freeze. And so most things survived, but some of the things that we thought would go away did go away. And we'll take you on a journey to see what makes it further into the winter. This is Thanksgiving week, guys. See you later. Thanks from Deep South Homestead.